Good grief. Anyhow, welcome back to the channel. I've had quite the weather around here. It's been down to 0 degrees for a few days. I think it's probably like 33 degrees now finally. But you can see we got about a foot of snow. And I'm having trouble with water barrels freezing and nipples freezing. I can deal with the nipples freezing, but I can't deal with the barrels freezing. I do have fish tank heaters in all the barrels, and so the first top, I don't know, 3 inches freeze, and that's not the issue. But the issue is the seals on the nipples. When the nipples get frozen, the pigs screw around with them. They get real rough with them, trying to get water out of them. And then they break the seals, like this one here. The seal is ripped off, and it's leaking. So then all this freezes, and then it freezes inside. And even when I thaw this out, I can't get water out of it because the inside's frozen from the leak. But I have this other one too, but did a lot of moving pigs around to deal with the water issues until it warmed up a little bit for me to come out here. If y'all don't know, I got long haul COVID. I've had it since March 2020, and it pays a toll on getting stuff done a lot of the days. I get real dizzy, I'm very weak, fatigued, out of breath. Just a lot of bad things came from COVID for me. I know there's a lot of other people out there have the same type of issues or even worse than me. But I got some energy today, and I'm gonna try to fix these water barrels, put new nipples and bulkheads in them. If you don't know what those are, I will show you. Right here. These are bulkheads. See if I can. It doesn't really say, but this is what you need, instructions and all that stuff. But these bulkheads work really great. They're not cheap. One sec, let me fix this stupid camera. Okay. Now, open one of these stupid things. There she is. These are hard gaskets on these things, but they work well. The issue is that I have with these is this flange on here is too small. I think they need to come out another 1/8 inch maybe, because when you drill a hole for this size, the thread, and you want it as close to this thread as possible, and even enough to where you have to thread this in through the hole you drill. That will get it down all the way in. But when these things freeze up, or the nipples don't give out enough water, the pigs, here, let me get a nipple. Here's a nipple. You can get them for the outside, which is garden hose, and the inside, and they thread right in. And then it'll be, sandwiched in the barrel, sticking out like this. Or the other way, you can put them in any way you want. It'll be flush with the barrel, much like that. But what I'm having issues with is when these freeze up, this flange is so close to the hole that you drill in the barrel, these freeze up and the pigs just shove their nose on it, trying to get water, and then they get aggressive with it, and then it pops out of the hole, so it leaks right here. So I wish these flanges were deeper, or wider, or whatever you want to call it. That would keep them a little more sturdy. Also, another hard part about this is if you drill the holes down low enough on the barrel, or too low, much like these are. I only went 6 inches up. If you don't do this, cut the top off, it's a real pain in the butt. Like this one here, I made a hole, but I still can't reach them holes down there. I have to use an extension just to get down there, so you're better off bringing it up higher so you can reach inside, unless you have Sasquatch arms or something like that. I don't. I'm not a little guy, but I'm not Sasquatch size. But that's the issues that I'm having. I've tried bigger seals, and the seals just rip apart or break, and if they stick out farther than these here, the pigs can grab a hold of them, and then they'll just rip it out, and it'll leak. But this barrel that I'm trying to fix is for piglets, and they're not as hard on things as the big boys are. So I'm going to try and fix this today while I have the energy to do so. Now, the barrel that I have for this one is the one that I cut the top off, and I use a chainsaw to do that. But the barrel, having the top off, it doesn't keep heat in, so it'll be frozen 6-8 inches down when it's this cold out for weeks at a time. But as long as you have the fish tank heater all the way down on the bottom, be careful you don't melt the plastic, but down at the bottom and close to the inside, on the inside of the barrel, close to these should not freeze. The nipple, however, the water sits inside. When it comes out, it will sit inside this little trough that they got, and it will freeze right there. So I just take a torch and I just hit it a little bit until I can push this nipple in and get it freed up, and then that's it. If you overheat it, you'll screw up the seal inside here, and you'll screw up these seals or melt the barrel. So you don't want to do that. But even with some warm water while the pigs are there, because if you put warm water on it in this weather, it will freeze pretty quickly again. So just pour warm water on it, make sure the pigs are right there. Once they see the water dripping, even if you're pouring it on it, they will mess with it and they will free it up. But yeah, that's my setup. So I'm going to try and fix this one nipple that I have on that barrel, because Crazy has ripped the Uniseal out of it. And hopefully I can get this to work in that hole. I think those holes were drilled for the big rubber Uniseals. Let's see if I have those. Sure do. Oh boy, dizziness. But yeah, these are other nipples that I've used. And you can slide them in. You pull them out, you replace the Uniseal, and you slide them back in, and you're good to go. But the pigs will tear these seals up like crazy. This is what these seals look like. They're rubber. They're for 1/2 inch, I believe, or 3/4. Let's see. This is 1 inch. Okay, so they're 1 inch ID. But I think the hole you drill is 1 1/8. and then you drill the hole in the rubber as close to this size as you can. But the thing is if you do it a little too small, you'll shove this in, it closes this hole, and you can't put this in very easy. And I've done that too, but that's pretty much how those work. I like them, but when the pipe is through this, even when you go all the way, this is a bad example because it's like 3-piece, but when these are in and you go up in the bottom, from the bottom of the barrel, the pigs, they put their snout here and they pry and pry and pry, and that tilts this, pinching this uniseal between this pipe and the sharp edge of the barrel, the hole you drilled for this, and it will slice it right down that side right here, and it will leak. So these are awesome because you can just replace them easily. They don't ruin the barrel, but they are weak compared to pigs, especially when you have 500-600 pound pigs. These weak points are this flange. So when he pries up on this nipple, just popping it out of the barrel, I'll show you what it does to the barrel. Right here, it's a perfect example. The barrel is out of shape, and to get something to seal on that, I'm gonna have to use something, some type of sealant or something, because it's never gonna seal on there again. This one's kind of indented, if you can see it. Yeah, that one would probably seal, but this one, I hope this barrel isn't toast because they're 25 bucks a piece, and quite a bit of work to clean them out. But yeah, that's what's going on today. Hopefully my camera works the entire video. Oh no, that ain't good. You can see the issue. There's a hole through it right there. So that ain't gonna work. Whew. Trying to find something bigger to fit here that is wider here with a seal. It's going to be difficult. Well, not at all how I wanted to do it. I got one in, and now I have to wait for it to dry. Remember the one I showed you that wouldn't seal again? Yeah, I used that one. Ridiculous. I did not want to do this, but right now it's the best barrel I got that take these bulkheads. The ones that take the nipple or the uniseals, the holes are just way too big. It won't fit this at all. But yeah, see, these holes are way too low, and once you make a hole in these, that's it. You gotta work with it. I can barely fit a wrench in on the back side and reach around and fit a wrench on this side to tighten that dang thing, but I finally did it after a lot of choice words. Frustration. Oh man, this next one should be okay. I should be able to just get it in without using any sealant. I don't like using sealant because I don't want it to leach into the water, so I'm I gotta wait for this to dry 100%. And in this cold, it might be days. So I might fix this one up right here, put a new Uni-Seal in it. I do have another 1 or 2 of those type of nipples that are like these. The longer they are in those, the better. The less it'll pinch on that that Uni-Seal. Let me show you. This is what it does to the insides. Good grief. To the insides. Hopefully you can, yeah, there you go. This is, it pinches up against the lip of the inside of the barrel, and it rips them. So I'm gonna put that together. Hopefully get water to the pigs with all my frozen hoses. I might be able to get some water out to them tonight, because the other day I ran out of juice. I was feeling fatigued and gonna pass out even in this cold weather. But I didn't run the hoses back up the hill to let them drain all the way. I got part of the way up the hill, and I dropped them. I threw my hands up. I went back to bed. I was done. So I probably have, I don't know, 6 hoses that are frozen right now. The water faucet that we have out there is a frost-free faucet or hydrant, but the pipe wasn't buried deep enough, so we have to shut it off and blow it out every fall. I do have another one over here, but that's 300 feet or so, 400 feet right there from the pigs. This one is on. This is at it will not freeze. It's buried super deep, but I need to rebuild it. There's a plunger down inside. It's a rod that goes deep into the ground, like 3 feet, and it kind of like plunges and plugs it off, so that's what turns it off. But that seal down there on the plunger is bad, so it was leaking, and I would have icicles 2 feet long on this thing. But now I unplugged it, or disconnected it, because I tried to hook it back up, and the set screw stripped on the rod right here. So I got a rebuild kit for that. I just haven't done it yet because everywhere I need to turn it off is under a foot of snow and ice. So I kind of shot myself in the foot this fall. I mean, the handle screwing up and the plunger going bad. I didn't know that it was leaking until I had ice coming out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fix a couple of these barrels, because this barrel right here has the same kind of nipples and the Uni-Seals. This one is okay, but the nipple leaks. Oh man. And there's about 3 inches, 4 inches of ice in the bottom of this one. I need to put a new Uni-Seal in that. New Uni-Seal in that. And hopefully I have, let's see, I got this one's too short, and I need to reseal it. It came off. I need to reseal that one. This nipple leaks. I might need to take this out and screw in another one and reseal that. I have a plug that I can put towards the wall so they can't get to it, and then just have one nipple sticking out. But I think that's my plan. I'm going to do these 2 Uni-Seal barrels and let this one dry a few days, and then I have to test it and make sure it doesn't leak. Oh no. I got Got gasket on the threads. Well, might be okay, but let me get at it, get these two done, put some new seals in it, see if I can fix these nipples from leaking all over the place, because the more they leak, the more it freezes, and the harder it is to get them thawed out so the pigs have water. I'll be damned if I'm taking 5-gallon buckets of water out there. It'll freeze in an hour anyway. So I'm gonna get these done. I'll come back when I got at least one done. Well, I got one done, but I kept wondering where in the heck is my other nipple that I made for these Uniseals. So I got that one. That was done. It's in there. It's in there somewhere. Which, not gonna be easy to get. It's under ice. I don't know if you can see that. There's freaking ice in there. And it's in the ice. Oh, these pigs are gonna have to wait. And I don't like that, but I got no other choice. I'm gonna leave this barrel in the shop and hopefully it thaws. But that's it for now. See if I can't get water out there in this barrel for some of them. Hey guys, it's days later. I ended up getting it done, but I didn't record it all. Just felt like crap. I still feel like crap, but I got enough energy to come out here and show you guys. I got the water barrels done. I got the piglets away from mom, or at least out of the same pen. They're next door to her, so we'll see how that turns out. But all the snow is melting, and that's what I got. Just thick, deep, sticky mud. And all this hay I threw out. Tried to help traction, but this hay was no good. It's all moldy. I bet half of the, I think I got 22 bales, 2-string bales of alfalfa hay. I bet half of it is moldy. But there's Mama. She's doesn't look too stressed. She was at first, but my downspout fell. Dang it. But here's the little ones in this soppy mud. Oh, it sucks so bad. I just need a couple days of sunshine. This will dry. It's all sandy loam. Hi, little babies. Hi, Phoebe. Well, I got them in here. This is where I usually have Fiona. And the crappy thing about being on a hill and having all this snow melt, it's draining down into their huts. And I did dig a ditch, but it just fills in with the pigs walking all over it. But later today, I'm gonna bring in a bale of hay for them, get them up off of this wet crap that they. Some of the wet is from them dragging it in here, but it is draining in here and it sucks. But there's the water barrel, one of them that I fixed. I only got one nipple on it for these little guys there. They don't take a whole lot of water. But it's all working. I got the heater all in it. And if I don't do this, they'll knock the son of a gun over, and then this thing will really be flooded. Alright, look at these guys. All over my boots. Hi. Hi, girl. Yeah. The other one was, oh, they're way out there. You could probably see them better than I can, but I got all that seeded, so when the snow melts, I'm gonna gate. I don't know, where's my finger? Yeah, there's an opening right over there that I gotta put a gate up to keep them out of there, so I get some good growth out there. This is the gate that I use out there. Pallet with some chicken wire on it. Field fence. It is bad. Sticky. My boots trying to come off my feet. Good grief. I threw hay out here too. Try and keep some of the mud down. It is working, but still, it's gnarly. Well, it looks like they screwed this one up too. Yep, they broke it off. It's empty. They have no water. This was fixed yesterday, but as you can see, son of a bitch. And then when they do that, I can't find the nipples. Sometimes they piss me off. I gotta unplug this heater. Unplug it, tie the cord up. They shouldn't be able to get this out of here with this clamp down. But yeah, I gotta look for that nipple. Son of a gun, man. Just irks me. Oh, found it. Right there. Son of a gun. Well, it looks like I got another friggin' barrel to fix. Oh, man. It never ends with these guys sometimes. I'll just throw this nipple right there. Hello, girl. Can almost fit through there. How you doing, crazy boy? I almost guarantee you it was that son of a gun right there that broke it. He is rough on everything. Oh. That's Fiona. She's the 600-pound mama. I'm a girl. Hi. Here comes the bad boy. Shrek. Oh, okay, girl. But you can see how the weather around here treats my tarps. Puts some weight on it, brings it down to their mouth level, and then they just tear it up. I need to build onto this blue hut. make it a little bigger, because there's 7 girls in there and they're gonna get, well, I hope not her size, but they're gonna get big and they're gonna not all fit in there. Those are your babies. You don't want them. Yeah, he's the dad to these girls. And as you can see, pigs don't care. This fence is hot enough, it'll keep him out. He will test it. I'll constantly pull this away from the 2-wire fence in there. See, yes, chicken field fence is against the hot wire. What? What do you girls want? You want scratches too? Hi, girls. She's the biggest one right here. She's giant. Yeah, I gotta deworm all of them here pretty quick. You know, I'm filthy already. Hi, girl. You're a sweetheart. There you have it. Jesus. There you have it with the water barrels. Took me a while to fix them because I had frozen hoses. I get them fixed and they break it right away. You know, having this cold weather, the PVC is pretty brittle. It ain't feeding time yet, but about 4 o'clock today I'll bring out some more hay for all of them. This mud is just horrible. No, it's not all mud right here. It's poop. Poop everywhere. Phoebe, she's not too hard on her water barrel. Hi, girl. Hi. She's gotten a little skinny, but she's in pretty good shape. See, it's getting wet in here. It's not all from the pigs, but it does drain through that bottom. There's still water in there. Alright. Hi, girl. This is her first night. Gonna be her first night without her piglets, so she's got a good bed there. It's up high above all the wet. I turned the heater off. They should be just fine. Ugh. Yeah, I'll get that all built up with a half a bale of hay probably. They'll be nice and warm. And the reason I put them in this smaller area is because I still need to castrate the boys. I think we're going to do that this weekend, and I can keep Phoebe over there And this one has the gate. I can close them all in there and let them out one by one after they're done. Get to keep the girls out of there, keep mama out of there. Just makes it a bit easier. Mama hears them squeal, she's gonna come running, and I hope this fence is hot enough. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Sorry it's been so long. With been dealing with doctors and feeling like crap and trying to get my stuff all situated. But I finally got a doctor, a COVID recovery doctor, trying to help me out. Social Security's still denying me, which is pretty nuts because COVID long haul is now on the disability able list, but they just keep denying me because when I got sick there were no they didn't have tests available. Shortly after I was over the illness, they ended up getting tests, but I was negative by then. It was probably a couple weeks after I was sick, and it was negative. I had a negative test, and then a year and a half later they finally gave me an antibody test that was also negative. So I keep getting denied Social Security because there's no proof I had COVID, and though I have doctors left and right saying that this is long haul COVID because there's no other tests showing otherwise, is why I keep getting denied. But Social Security doesn't say that. They say, oh, it's his age, he's too young, blah blah blah, which is bullshit. But the cards I've been dealt. But anyway, go ahead, give me that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. It'll help my channel grow, help more people see the videos. Hit that bell, ding ding, and you'll get notified every time I upload. Again, I apologize for the long lengths in between uploads. I'll try and get some more done. Hopefully we get some better weather around here. I start feeling better. But anyway, love y'all. Have a good one.